This the TempahZone podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening to this podcast right here, this is episode 52 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts, aka Mr. Versatile, aka Young Stephen A. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest here, man. Look, I've done a bunch of shows this year, and this guy has been the DJ for the majority of them, man, and he's always super hype, super live, and just got mad energy, man. One of my favorite DJs to work with out here, man. On top of that, too, he's popping on TikTok. He's killing it on the social media game with that, too, man, and he likes to fish as well. Give it up for Dugas.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's good?
Yo, man, how's everything been, though, man?
Good, man. How you been?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Just trying to grind out here. Just trying to get this music rolling, the podcast rolling. Trying to plan ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so important to have shit mapped out. I feel like a lot of artists they're just thinking about they're not thinking ahead of time, and it goes a long way when you have your shit planned out. When you're already thinking about what you're gonna do, in 2021. It's just it's very important, man. So
yeah,
you just gotta make it happen. But yo, man, I want to ask you about your beginnings, man. I know you've always been in the music world. What did it start off with? Did it start off with DJing? Did it start off with rapping? Did it start off with making beats? What got you into the music game?
So like every other white kid, it kind of started out with rapping.
Awesome.
But I realized that it kind of wasn't my thing. As a profession, it was more just like let's see how it goes because all my friends are into it. Yeah. But then I got so much hate from it that it kind of built a fan base. It was kind of weird. So I don't ever talk about these days, but it was called Swag City Boston. Okay, and it was me and this dude that we did music for about 5 years. And in that time frame, we had so much hate that money started rolling in. We did a show at a Roller Kingdom and we got $600 off of it.
Jeez.
And that was the last point because then I went to the military, I came back and I started doing DJing full time, and my dad was a DJ, so I kind of learned everything from him.
Okay.
And it was a little bit of a twist. He was more mellow karaoke style, and I was how do I put it? Crazy.
Yeah.
I just got wild. That was my personal from it is everyone liked to see the wild side of me versus the mellow side. Here I'm just chilling, I'm talking, but
yeah, for sure.
You see me on stage, I'm jumping around, I get the crowd going, I get the artists going, I get bartenders, security, whoever's there, I get them going.
Yeah, off of I don't know how many beers you'll drink though, but I know you stay with it, man. I know you stay.
The Bud Lights.
Yeah, I know you be getting hype with it, man. When you were back in your rapping days, who were some of the artists you were taking notes from?
So Machine Gun Kelly was one of my favorites. In his very beginning, his story was really inspirational. Logic was another one. Mac Miller. I really followed their stories. And then I had the honor to do a show with Logic.
Oh, really?
When we were in Swag City, yeah.
Okay.
So there was a competition that was ran through Keynote, and it was to do a show with Logic. And we came in second place, so we ended up doing a couple shows with Malfi instead. You remember Malfi?
Oh, I remember Malfi.
So
Malfi
we did
had
some shows.
A run, man.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had a run, bro.
So we did a few shows with him, and then we showed up to Logic's show, and I had a CD in my hand. He was doing sound check. No one else was in there. And I was like, yo, is there any way I can do a couple songs before your set? And he was like, yeah, let's do it, dog. And I was like, word?
Yeah.
So we did a couple songs with him, and that was it was really cool because after our set, he asked us to come backstage and we chilled for a couple hours talking music and life, and gave a lot of good inspirational things to run with. And that was the last time that I really worked with an artist that that meant like that.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that feel to them.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. That's cool. So what made you decide to just step away from rap? Was you saw some shit that you didn't like, or?
I just think that me personally, I was sick of putting so much into something that I just felt wasn't there.
I feel that, yeah.
As a hip hop artist, you put so much into it with not much coming back out of it unless you really have a following. And there's so many people out there that have under 100 followers and they don't ever make it anywhere. They release 4 albums and it means nothing. But they don't know the key to it. release a song and a music video and promote it. If that doesn't help, then it might not be your thing. You know, you got to dip in the water before you dive in. And that's just kind of like what I saw. I dipped in the water. It wasn't my thing, and I took it to somewhere else. You know, DJing seemed to be what I needed to do.
Yeah, man, that's been working out for you for sure, man. And back to that point of just like, you know, artists is putting out music, and it's not getting anywhere. Like, you got to make sure you have a game plan to market what you have, because you can make the dopest shit ever, but if you don't market it right, ain't nobody gonna hear it.
Nope. There's nowhere for them to find it. They don't know who you are. Why are they gonna look it up?
Exactly. Like, it don't matter if you got 300 songs and, you know, 20 albums. Like, if nobody's gonna hear it, who cares? You know, it's just like,
it's true.
Yeah, so you gotta make sure to put it out there, and that's why, like, I you know, I know a lot of people like, how did X, you know, this person become popping? He's not even that good of a rapper. Like, bro, you better than him. I'm like, yo, he probably marketed his ass off and promoted himself, and maybe he was like kind of funny on social media. Like, that's
what it is nowadays, man. Look at Lil Windex. Yeah, like, he's not a great rapper, but his comedy got him so far. It got him tours across U.S. and Canada, and he's making thousands a show just by being a goofball. You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely. And
that's what people want.
And I think that's why the baby's the shit, because not only is he kind of like a quirky, weird guy, but the music's dope too. So like, you know, that definitely works out to his favor. Obviously, going back to 6ix9ine, you know, his antics, like, it worked, man. It worked.
I'm a fan of 6ix9ine. I'll say it right on the podcast. So many people hate him, but I'm a fan all day.
People want to have their morals and like oh, like he's did all this stuff and this and that. I'm like, yo, let's just talk about the music.
Yeah,
dude's music was pretty, like, it was catchy, you know, like, let's not deny, like, this dude's music's good. Who he was as a person and the whole snitching and all that stuff, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like that music, man, like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you were all bumping his music when he was popping. Now all of a sudden he's a snitch and you guys hate him. Like, his music didn't change. His personal, like, lifestyle changed. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's really all it comes down to, man. Yeah, so I always think that's really funny with that, man. But I want to ask you about just like just the DJing, man. So like, when did you realize that you had a pocket for you to be successful in that? When did you realize that was gonna get rolling?
I want to say the first tour. When I finally landed a tour, it kind of clicked in that things are starting to move, and it's starting to move quick. Because, you know, when you're at home, everyone knows you as who you are. You know, not a DJ, not a baseball player, or any type of athlete, or anybody.
Yeah.
You know, they'll always see you as who you were growing up. So like, when I'm saying I'm on tour, everyone's like, oh, he's gonna do a few shows here and there. But then when I started posting, you know, I'm here in New Mexico, I'm here in Texas, I'm here in Colorado, people were like, wow, like, he's really doing it.
He's all over, yeah.
And then when I got to the venues, you know, people were flooding up to me, yo, DJ Dugas, what's good, man? How are you, bro? Like, you know, it's good to finally meet you. And I'm like, I respect it, and I'm working, but like, I don't know who any of these people are, and I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool. It's kind of felt like my own personal fame, and, you know, to some people, I was that next step up, but to me, I'm always just gonna be that DJ from Boston that likes to turn up.
Yeah, nah, dude, that's dope, man. That's dope, and you definitely bring that energy, man. And I want to talk about just energy in general. And you know, you've probably seen so many artists perform, bro. Have you ever? I know you're gonna say yes, but I'm asking anyway. Have you ever seen artists that perform live? You just almost were like, I just want to get off stage. This is he's so bad live, like, music wise or just performance wise. Like, what do you do in that situation, man?
So, I mean, I'm as real as could get when it comes to talking to artists. So like, if I see someone that doesn't have it, like, they're not meant to be on stage, I'll tell them. I'll be like, listen, like, here's where you got to work, and here's where you need to push, because you shouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got some who are really good, but their attitudes are just horrible. And then you got some who are just horrible with great attitudes. So,
yeah,
you know, it's so hard to find both now. And when you do find both, those are the ones you want to stick with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I feel that,
but
man.
There's definitely those handful where they get off stage, and I'm like, listen, don't do it again.
Yeah.
Like, just don't.
Take some notes, man. Work it out. Like, try to make it better. And I think a lot of the times, like, artist ego is a real thing, man. Like, artists is definitely, you know, they think they're not just down to earth. They don't get humbled easily, and they let their emotions get the best of them. So like, it's good that you putting people to the side, let them know, like, hey, like, that's not, you know, work on that. Yeah, because a lot of artists need to hear that, man. There's too many yes men around here. Too many people and not even just yes men, people that just won't tell artists like, yo, like that wasn't really your best, or
Exactly.
Yeah, we need more of that, man. We need more artists to be told like, hey, like you could do a little better there, that song there, this and that. So I don't know, man. It's definitely
some people just take it too serious too. Like if you tell them that, they're like, oh, I'm never gonna do music again. Yeah. Like if I had somebody telling me in the beginning that I sucked, like really told me, sat down, like keyed out what was bad, I probably would have improved a lot quicker. Yeah. But I just had people being like, you suck. So in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, that's just a common thing that people say, when you're from this area. And it's like nobody wants to see people succeed. And, finally someone sat down and was like, you need to improve here and here. Actually, Justin Clancy, he was one of those people. Uh-huh. He was just like, hey, like take the ad-libs out of here. It's a good point. Like, I see what you're doing, but it's a soft melody. You have a story. You don't want to put ad-libs. So, little stuff like that. Like, real advice is good, but, like, when you go up to somebody like, yo, you're terrible. Like, there's no, like, they're going to be like, oh, thanks. Yeah. Like, you're not telling them what the hell they're doing wrong. Yeah, you got to break it down. It's just constructive criticism. Like, you can always find a way to like tell somebody how to work on something without just like ripping their heart out. Like, yeah. So there's definitely a way to go about it. Because it's really hard to find someone who's just like complete ass, like their music's trash and you can't like, there's no way to work it out. Like, there's usually a way you can work out somebody's sound and let them know like, hey, like you can do this better, you can do that better. So I think that's very important, man, just to get it out there, man. What do you think of the Boston music scene right now, man? How do you think it's looking? Because I know a lot of people, they feel like the Boston music scene isn't as unified as it should be. Because I feel like there's a lot of talent here, man. It's definitely not what it used to be. Like 10 years. All right, let's go back. 15 years ago.
Let's do it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
10 years ago, it was all right. 5 years ago, it started going downhill, and now it's like, it's not music anymore. It's more social media promotion with people rapping on videos. There's no like real music videos. There's no like real music. You just got people who hop on like Instagram and just post like a 15-second clip and say coming soon, and then there's nothing. Yeah. It's all about like building themselves up but not delivering. Yeah. And that's the problem with the Boston scene and they don't work together. They love to just battle each other to the top. And they're never going to make it that way. Like back, I remember when like Millie's and everybody was coming up, like they worked so hard. Like Sammy Adams worked with so many people when he was coming up. Mouthy worked with so many people coming up. But then it's like pop and hip hop and like emo rap and all that stuff just started mixing together, and people just wanted to like, it's like gangs. They didn't want to work with each other. Yeah, bro. And I think that's so important. Like artists just put the ego to the side and just collab on more shit. I think that like it's okay. Like I think the reason why artists are like that, and I've said it before on this podcast like a while back, so I'll say it again. A lot of artists don't want to be number 4 or 5. Like everybody wants to be number 1. And tough break, but not everybody can be number 1. Nope. Somebody gotta be number 6 in here, all right? Like, I'm sorry. There's 6 of us in here. We're not all on top. Yeah, somebody's gotta be number 4. Like, and that's okay. You can still find a way to monetize shit and be number 4. It's all good. You can still have your fan base and be that guy. Like, I don't think ASAP Nast is complaining on his position in the group. I don't think Takeoff is complaining about his position in the group. They're happy with the paychecks. They're still getting their money. I know those like the bigger names, but still, like, it's like... See, that's the issue with the scene is if you're not making money, you're against each other. But like once money starts coming in, you realize that it's not worth fighting over. Like, I used to fire back at everybody who insulted me and doubted me, bro. Like, that was the one thing that I was known for, was starting so much drama from people. Like, I never let down a fight. But then when like Logic happened and then started touring, like, I just ignored everybody. Yeah. And eventually it just disappeared. Like one of my best friends, Ty, he constantly bashes me for using TikTok. But the thing is like randomly he'll be like, something funny will happen throughout the day. Be like, oh, why didn't you get that on TikTok? I'm like, oh, now you want it because it'll get you some exposure. Yeah. Like, bro, you can't only like something when it's gonna give you something. Like, you have to like it overall. It's like a job. Yeah. Like, if you don't like your job your whole life, you're gonna be miserable your whole life. But if you like your job and you like waking up and going to your job, you're gonna make good money because you'll just go up and up and up from there. Exactly. So. Yeah, I agree, man. And on top of that, just like with the job, like,
no matter what job you have in this world, there's always going to be little points of that job where you're gonna be like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Not all the time is shit gonna be fun to do. Like, it's just not. Like, sometimes you're gonna have points where like, oh, this kind of sucks. So that's just how a job works. It's not always 100% like, I love this. But you definitely want to make sure majority of the time you're enjoying what you do. So I definitely want to put that out there, because I think a lot of people think it's all fun all the time. It's like sometimes you gotta go through a little struggle, and that's okay. And sometimes, when you go through that struggle, man, there's, there'll be light there for you, and things will work out. So I think that's just something people need to keep in mind out here while they grind being aspiring artists. But man, let's talk about TikTok, because you mentioned it, man. Your following on there's pretty looking pretty good, man. It's going up. That's the trend,
That's the point, man. I need it to keep going that way, man.
How did that all come about? How did you start getting on TikTok?
So this wonderful person named Ashley.
What's good, Ashley? How
that's
you doing?
in the room. She got me started on it late July. I never liked it. I always made fun of people who used it. Like, I didn't directly make fun of people who use it, but Ashley's one of them. Like, oh, you like that app? Like, it's a childish app. But then I really got into it, and I got like 500,000 views in like the first month, and I was like, oh, this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And I got a hang of it, and in the last like 4 months, it blew up for me. Like, the last 20 days, I did numbers. I got like 35% of my followers in the last 20 days. It was like 12,000 followers.
That's insane,
but
bro.
I'm hoping by like the beginning of the summer, I'm at like 100K. I want to do meetups in Boston. I want to do meetups in other cities. Like, I got invited to one in Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, it was kind of like right in the middle. I was at like 15K. So I was like, I feel like I'm not ready for that yet. Just because not many people are gonna know me, like maybe 5 or 6 people. But I wanna be able to do it where I walk in the room and 300 people are ready to see me. That's the goal. I want to be. I'm not in it for money. I mean, money's great and I could use it.
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure. Yeah.
I would. I'm a fan whore. Like, I could, if I had 200,000 people out like waiting for me somewhere, bro, I would sit there all day and chill with them. Like, that's like my favorite thing, is interacting with people.
Nah, I love it too, man. When people are into the content that you're making, it's always good to talk to those people and just converse on that, man. That's always such a great feeling. It lets you know you're doing something right.
Oh yeah.
And I always think that's it's just always cool, man. I always love talking to people like, yo, man, I fuck with your music and blah this and blah that. We just chop it up, and wherever the conversation goes from there, man. But other than that offer you got from Pittsburgh, is there been any other opportunities that come your way? Because with the following on TikTok, that just equals people trying to work with you, whether it's sponsorships or other stuff too.
So I haven't got anything yet, but I also haven't been looking.
Okay.
I told Ashley that like when I hit 50K, that's when I'm really gonna start looking, and local companies that are gonna be like, hey, try this food out, and sponsor us, and it's just free things, you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to do stuff like that, like just get like some food sent to me to try it out, and I sponsor them on a video, and that's eventually what I want to do. And I also want to do like clips where we go into Boston or Worcester, any cities, and kind of like feed the homeless. Like, and people say, oh, you're gonna do that for clout and stuff like that, but like, no, that's not exactly why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want other people to do it. So like, I want to invite people to do it with me. Like, eventually they're gonna see me around the city, and I'm gonna be like, hey, come with me. Like, I'm making bologna sandwiches and bringing water, and then I'm also be giving out sweaters and shirts and pants and whatever. It's cold. It's Christmas season, and I want people to to get stuff, and I want other people to join in. That's the big thing.
Nah, for sure, man. Anybody gets mad about like you doing that stuff and like publicizing it, it's just like, dude, can just people doing good stuff, just like let them do it, like it's,
even if it's for the most clout in the world, like you're still doing something good for somebody else.
Yeah, it's still helping people.
Exactly.
Like, so I never understood people get mad at that. People just, we're in this like outrage culture, man. Everybody just trying find shit to be mad about.
Exactly.
I just don't understand it, man. It's just it just always it always rubbed me the wrong way, man. But I want to ask you about just more so on the DJ side, man. Who are some of the big artists you've worked with throughout your DJing career?
So I did a show with Tech Nine.
That's dope, man.
Did a show at Tech Nine.
I'm a big Tech Nine fan, dude.
Dude, he's one of the most laid back people too, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's like so down to earth, dude.
Yeah, big time. So Tech Nine, it was tech, futuristic. Dizzy Wright, Chris, and Mackenzie. It was, I believe, those 5.
Okay.
At the Palladium. And then I did a couple shows with Stevie Stone from Strange Music.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's dope, man. Yeah.
What are the shows that I do?
Who else? I forget. Yeah.
It's just this. There's quite a few. Like
that's dope, man.
Like Riff Raff, Corey Guns. I mean, Montana 300.
Yeah, it's another big one. Yeah, I remember you said that one. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah.
So if things go right, the way it's supposed to, I'll be on a small tour with Ace Hood in spring. That's the plan. We had one for November, but he had to cancel it because he wanted to work on his album.
Okay.
So he plans on releasing it hopefully by spring, and we'll be on the road for like 5 or 6 shows.
Awesome, man. So. Yeah, man. Ace Hood, bro. I haven't kept up with Ace Hood in a bit, but I mean, I was actually a real big Ace Hood fan back in the day. He had some real dope mixtapes, like the Starvation mixtapes. Those were dope. I remember those being really cool. And then like obviously like he had some hits, man. Like people forget Ace Hood. Like
Bugatti was the song.
Yeah, that was the song. But he had Hustle Hard, and obviously like the first one was Cash Roll. It was with T-Pain on it.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
My need is some time. I'm talking bang, bro. Yeah.
So you said T-Pain.
Yeah, there's a T-Pain on it. Yeah, so Ace Hood, man, like he's definitely not anybody to like, you got definitely put some respect on his name because I think a lot of people just like, like Bugatti. I'm like, nah,
he fell off too. He definitely fell off.
Yeah, I mean, he hit
that comeback's gonna be big when he releases it.
Nah, definitely, man. I'll definitely be tuning into that though. So yeah, and Futuristic, he's another dope one. Yeah, all those guys, you were saying Tech, Future, Dizzy Wright, like all those people, like kind of like. If you know one of them, you know the others.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they kind of have like their own little pocket, like a lot of people. And those like the actual, like those are like those are real good rappers, man. They deserve more shine.
Futuristic's fire. His music is insane.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. He be spitting fast and actually has like you can get personal too. So yeah, I really mess with him, man. Yeah, Futuristic's really cool. But yeah, man, I want to just ask you about just working with like certain artists out here, man. Have you felt like you more so have liked the people you worked with more, or more so not like the people you worked with?
I wanna say I like everybody, man. Like I really. Woo.
Figure out where you want to take this one, man.
Yeah. We're trying to word this the right way.
No, I don't blame you, man. Yeah.
For the most part, yes. But there's always seems to be one or two artists a show that, like, people hand me a CD still.
Oh, my God.
It's just, it's common goddamn sense, man. Like, they don't bring a flash. Oh, I thought I could bring the CD. I'm like, bro, I got a MacBook Air that hasn't had a CD drive and God knows.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
And then some people, like, they're not prepared. Oh, can you play my music off SoundCloud? No, bro.
Yeah.
I can play my music off a USB like a normal rapper.
Yeah.
And, like, and the worst part about it is when they're late. That's my biggest pet peeve is if the doors are at 7 and you're showing up at 7:30 trying to set up music while I'm trying to work on stage, and it's kind of killing my vibe because I'm drinking. I have a playlist that I'm playing, and like I'm focused. Like work is work when it comes down to it. I may be crazy and drunk, but I have a routine. And as soon as you jump in the middle and go, hey, here's my flash drive, I'm like, great. Now I got to start over.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much what it feels like. I'm like, Ashley, I need another beer. They fucked it up.
Yeah. You got to help me out on this one. Yeah, dude. And that's the thing, man. Like, artists canceling on shows last minute and showing up late to shows. I'm like, do you take your shit seriously or not?
Exactly.
Like that, and that's the question I have to ask, because like so many artists out here, it's like you wonder like how bad do you want it?
Yeah. Do you want to be a rapper, or do you want to just show up one or twice? Like you might as well just go to karaoke night at the local bar if you're old enough.
Yeah, for real.
That's what it comes down to. Like if you're taking this as a job and you're putting $200 down for tickets, and you're bringing 3 people, not only are you losing money, but you're probably not going to have a fan base because it's like, what the hell are you paying for?
Yeah, facts, man. And I think a lot of artists they look at like, oh, like $200 to get the tickets, and then I gotta sell that, man. Fuck that. I don't want to do that.
Just means you don't have fans. That's all it comes down to. Like, that's the way I see it. Like, if you can't sell 15 tickets in 30 days, you shouldn't be in this industry. Like, that's what it comes down to. You don't have a following. Sorry and shit.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Sorry, y'all. If you're an artist and you heard that and you felt bad about it, sorry. Like it is what it is, man. You gotta bring people out, man.
You know, I'm not bashing you as an artist. I'm bashing you as like
it's reality,
like a salesman.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it's reality, dog. Yeah.
Like if you work for a car company and you sell one car every 2 months, I'm not gonna keep you around.
Yeah.
It's like an artist. If you do 2 shows with me and you bring 4 people both times. That's not what I want because you're in it to make money. I'm in it to make money. That's what it comes down to. You know, at the top of the food chain, we got to pay somebody. Mm-hmm. And if I don't make the money halfway through the food chain, then I can't keep doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to keep bringing people who don't sell and screw myself in the long run. Like I don't have a bankroll like that. If I was a millionaire, I'd be running shows all day. Like I did a show with Andre Drummond. And the basketball player.
Yeah. I know he'd be rapping. Yeah.
And when I did a show with him, he makes like $150 million or something like that. He lost money the whole tour. He just did it because he wanted him and his friends to have a good time.
Yeah.
So they did like a 15 show tour. He put like tons of money into it, and he made like $300 a night. Like didn't make it. Like that's just what came back to him.
Yeah.
And it, like he didn't make anything. He just did it for the love of it. And that's pretty much what I would be like. If I was multimillionaire, I'd be like, bro, I don't care if you bring 3 people. Like, come here and have a good time.
Yeah, we're just having fun shooting.
But I don't have that type of money.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, man. You know, it's just like if you're going to put that money down, like definitely make sure you make it back and hopefully then some. You know, like, exactly. You know, I think that's, I just think that's something to take note of. And I think another thing, too, artists out here, like, there are places out here yet you can perform where you don't have to, sell the tickets to make your money back or throw down the $200. But I mean, performing on a Wednesday night and a Monday night and
for 15 people.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. I do it every now and then just because like when I go, I have more so of an agenda just to say, oh, I performed there. I go and talk to some people and try to network and that's another thing too. Like I think a lot of artists don't take advantage of that.
Nope.
Talking to people, networking. You never know who you can meet out here.
You never know who's out there.
Yeah.
They could be a rep from any type of label that's just like, oh, I'm in town, let's go check this out. There could be somebody crazy good here. I mean, that happened to a couple people I know, like Clancy. Clancy had a couple reps show up, and he didn't even know they were there.
Yeah.
And now he's in L.A. You know what I mean? Like, it all comes down to whether it's 3 people or 300 or 3,000 people, and I always say this every night when I'm on stage. I tell the crowd, because there's usually no one in the beginning. Yeah. And I'm still drunk turning up with them. But I tell them all the time, no matter it's 5, 50, 500, doesn't matter. You're gonna bring 100% from the time you start to the time you finish, because if you don't, there could be that 10-minute interval where somebody walks through that door, they're like, oh, this place is lame. Yeah. But if you're on stage giving it all you got, they're like, I like him. You know, I might want to talk to him. Yeah, and you just bring that passion, man. Yeah, you gotta go all out all the time, man, no matter what. Like don't perform like there's nobody there, just go off, every single time. Yeah, and I'm a big big on that just because it's performing. That's my shit, though. I love performing. Like, there's nothing like that's. You like, show it. Yeah, yeah. Man. You know how I be on stage, man. I love that shit, dog. And I've been doing it for a long time. So for me, like, ain't nothing to get up there and just like express myself. I don't care. Like, I let it be known. If you think I look like, I'm well aware how some people might look at me, and you probably might be the same way. But look, I don't care if you think I look like a crazy dude. If I'm like, making crazy faces and jumping and sweating my ass off. That's what you do, man. That's how you make your money. Exactly. I made this music. Y'all might not be listening to these lyrics, but if you did, you'd understand why I'm performing the way I am. Like this shit is, this is a deep shit. This is real shit. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I think that's just another thing artists gotta understand. It's like, people aren't gonna love you like all the time. You never like what does Charlemagne say? He has a thing. He said, you're never as loved as you think you are. You're never as hated as much as you think you are. So at the end of the day, man, just do what you want to do. Absolutely. Like, just do it. Like, who cares about people's, And that's why I do TikTok. Yeah, exactly. That's a big thing. Is you got so many people. Like, when I first started posting on Facebook, I was like, oh, I got 5,000 followers. Somebody's like, isn't that a child's app? And I was like, actually, you'd be surprised. Like, one post I have is like almost 10,000 comments of nothing but people who are 21 plus. Because I wanted to see how many people were really on there. So I was like, if you're 21 plus, I think I saw comment. Yeah. And like, it blew up. It had like 100,000 views, and it just showed that there's so many different ages on there. Like, I mean, you got like grandmama's way up there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, man. I think that's the next app to hop on, because I just think Instagram is just, it's not what it used to be, man.
Nah.
It really isn't what it used to be. Hashtags aren't as effective. They want your money to promote shit, and I think TikTok is just like, hey, come on here, do your thing, and you'll more than likely have one clip that goes viral. Like, so might as well, give it a shot. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that more and more this year, and I think next year we're gonna just see a shit ton of people hop on it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of famous people are jumping on it too now.
Yeah.
Like a major amount of people.
Yeah, definitely. And I back to like we were saying about not caring what people think. I've heard a lot of people when they talk about TikTok, they're like, oh my god, some of the shit's just so corny what people are doing, blah this, blah that. Yet the same shit they saying is corny, be getting like a bunch of likes and whatnot. So it's like, well, not everybody finds this corny. Some people like this. They think it works.
You might, but the other 10,000 don't.
Yeah, the other 10,000 don't. Yeah, so yeah, you can go and think that. So I think when it's just you go on there, just give it a shot, see how it goes, man. Just block out any haters, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. And hate. It's funny you were saying with your like rap career, you got a lot of hate, and you was working.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, man, ain't nothing wrong with people hating on you.
Hey, man, any type of viewers are good viewers.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any of it.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the worst, it could be the best, but you're still getting numbers adding up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure people don't care. Like if you have people that just don't like care about you, then that doesn't work out, because they're not even paying attention. They don't even notice you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When someone hates you, they're giving you just as much attention as someone that fucks with you.
I mean, there's people on TikTok that I literally don't like, but I still go to their page every single day.
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm like, wow, like I'm drawn into not liking this so much that I'm starting to like it.
Yeah.
And it's weird, but like I don't hate anybody. Okay, I do. But that's here.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like people who actually like go out of their way to make people laugh or make videos, like I'll never bash them for it. In my head though, I'm like, why the hell are they making some shit like this?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, why am I not making videos like this?
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah, I need to hop on that, man. Yeah, I need to get on that TikTok game, man. I'm slacking, bro.
Hey, man, you gotta do it.
Y'all gotta help me out, man. Give me some pointers.
Absolutely.
Need some. Yeah, because I got a TikTok on there, but it's like I just took it from like an IG story I had, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of funny. I'll put it together. It was like what was it? It was like a song I listened to when I'm with my homies, and then song I listen to by myself. I just use like a Pink Sweat by Honesty by Pink Sweat. It's like a super like mellow, like guitar only singing song. Yeah, so I put that up there, but yeah, I need to do something like on TikTok. So
the big thing you want to do is stick to the trends. Like
facts.
Everything, like use the trending song, use the trending hashtags, and that's what I did. The first video was the trending song, and I used trending hashtags, and I got 250,000 views. And then once you get that following, then they do the rest for you. They're like, I did one where I was like, tag 3 people that you care about the most, and that blew up. And just like that's how though, like now 3 people are being tagged in each one, and they're all following you.
That's crazy.
So it's really just about interacting, like, oh, how old is everybody, where y'all from? Like little questions go so far in that, because they feel like, oh wow, like bro, it's weird. Like I've had like at least 15 people have this like TikTok where it's like a famous person follows me, and it's like a picture of me, and they're like pointing at me. Like I send them to Ashley all the time. I'm like, mama, I made it.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta implement that stuff. And another thing too, if anyone, if you're listening to this, you want to like get on that TikTok grind. I mean, I always tell people, man, there's a YouTube video on how to with anything.
Anything.
Like I haven't looked into it, but I guarantee you there's a video on there.
You want to work the corners?
How to TikTok in 5 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah, there's videos on there. Hey, how to sell tickets. How to sell 20 tickets.
There's always somebody doing a tutorial video.
Yeah, it's out there. You can make it happen. Like so many artists just not artists, but just people, man. They just don't want to learn
At all.
They don't want to learn shit. Like you gotta learn, man. Like y'all gotta make it happen. Like
you're not just born with it. It's not like basketball or football where like you think you're born with it, but really it's your parents teaching you at such a young age that you grow into it.
Yeah, and that's kind of feels like, natural.
That's like DJing. Like I never wanted to be a DJ, but my dad was doing it since I was like born. And I always was around it. Like he used to pull his equipment out and do like house parties and stuff for the house, and like I never really liked it, but then as I got older and older, I was like, this is cool. Like a song hits, and people just instantly turn into somebody else. They're like, oh, I love this song. Like Now, the biggest thing is playing like Backstreet Boys. Like if you get a room like at Scotty's show, you get a room full of girls, right, who are in their 20s, and you drop a Backstreet Boys song, I guarantee you 90% of that room is gonna go from "This Night Sucks" to "Oh my God, I'm gonna rip my shirt off." The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh my God, we're back again." I thought you were gonna go back. I was like, okay, I see. But yeah, or that too. Yeah, but
that
yeah,
works.
man, yeah, dude. It's just you gotta be able to read it and all that stuff. Just always find ways to learn. And just keep building to what you can be. Like you weren't stubborn and said, "Oh, forget TikTok. I ain't gonna do that. Like I'm too old for it." You never thought that. You stepped into it and look, now you got another thing you can add on to what you do.
Exactly.
For me, like I used to have someone record for me, but it just didn't work out, just like time and stuff. And then I was like, shit, I gotta learn how to do video, and I struggled, man, like trying to edit videos. I hated it, and I just had to learn in Adobe Premiere. Like Adobe Premiere is
that's what I'm using now.
It's complicated. Like it's not. You can't just hop on it and just do your thing. But I'm episode 52 now, and now when I do, it's just boop, 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 I'm on it.
It's clockwork.
Yeah, it's clockwork, and you just gotta be able to break through that barrier, man. There's always more shit you can learn out here. Just take an hour out of your day.
Yeah, you can learn so much in an hour, dude.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Like, it's not even that much. Like, just people just don't find time for shit, man.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's like you can always make time for stuff that you care about.
Especially if you want it to succeed.
Yeah, especially if you want to succeed. Yeah, for sure. Like, if you really want to make it happen, if you actually want to be successful with it, you can find a way. It's just comes down to how bad do you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that simple, man. But man, let's talk about this show.
Here we go.
Coming up on Black Friday. Yeah. For real, you have to put some effects on that one right there. But yeah, man, the show on Black Friday, November 29th, man. Break it down.
Show's canceled, bro.
Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. Show canceled, man. Yeah.
So yeah,
Black
Friday. It's like one of those annual Scotty shows that we do like once or twice a year. And we tag along 3 or 4 really dope artists in the area that show a lot of potential. That's the thing about Scotty is he won't just take the $200 and be like, you're on.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure that you have talent because. That's just he did a show with Sammy Adams before, and somebody didn't have like any talent. He's like, clearly they're a buy on. Like you could just tell.
Ooh, yeah, so that's the worst.
His big thing is making sure the crowd likes everybody. They don't want anybody to go outside for nobody. So
yeah, facts.
It's 6 tickets away from being completely sold out. And I'm trying to think of the other openers. We got the wonderful Amir Max.
I will be performing, ladies and gentlemen.
We got Connor G, Kid Apollo. Who's the other one?
Itai?
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't pronounce your name wrong. When I meet you, dog, I'm gonna ask you how you say your name, man.
I think it's U4, right?
Yeah, it's 4. Yeah,
it's U4. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be super drunk.
Oh my god, bro. That's gonna be.
I haven't drank really hard since Halloween.
Oh
and
shit! So
when I got then, I was blacked out, half naked in the yard puking.
I saw those pictures. I was like, God damn! So I kind of wish I popped up for that.
Oh man, it was a wild night. But I've been
awesome.
saving up. So this Black Friday, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm making sure to Uber to this show because most of the shows like I come to do, I always drive to it, so I can never really turn up after. Like I just have like a beer or two. But this one, man, I'm making sure to take the Uber. we getting fucked up.
Usually, I have my own personal Uber. His name's Ryan Mazerel. What I do is it's my best friend. We grew up together, and we all go to shows. It's usually me and then Ashley who does all the photo work. She does a lot of that. Ryan. And I believe that's all I'm going to be riding with. Is there anybody else we're riding with?
Ashley.
Oh, her friend Ashley too. But yeah. So Ryan, we get super drunk during the show, and Ryan's kind of the dad of the group.
Okay.
So he drinks, but he knows damn well what I do on stage. So he's like, all right, I'm not going to. I see him on his 4th, and I'm on my 1st, so I think I'm just going to let him do his thing, and he's going to ask me, I'm going to bitch him out, and then I'll say yeah.
Yeah.
He hates driving home, but he always will because I get so messed up.
What do you, it's Scotty Pope's show, man. What do you think is this, like, about Scotty? What makes him, why do you think he's so special? I think Scotty's great, but why do you, like, what would you say about him?
Scotty's one sexy son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. No, so Scotty's got a lot of talent, man.
Scotty's a beast, man. He's a beast.
He works
there,
so
man,
hard on everything he does.
He does, man.
You know, whether it's, you know, an at-home job or music or whatever he's doing, he gives 110%. You'll never see him going less with anything. I've worked with him. I manage a hoverboard store, and he worked with me. We worked at Bobby's together. We've been doing music for years together, and you know, from watching him grow, it's like he went from some kid who just thought he was like some local rapper to somebody who's, I believe, on like a Jake Miller level.
He's versatile.
But he just doesn't have the full fan base, and that's what the unfortunate part is getting out there. It's so hard to get out there in the music industry because there's so many people. But once he has that breakthrough, I know for a fact, man, we're gonna be on the road together.
Nah, facts. Yeah. So. Nah, I mean, I met. You know, it's funny. I met Scotty at when I was back at school in Lowell.
I heard you guys partied together.
Yeah,
He was gonna be on the first podcast.
I tried getting him on the show. But I was just like, you know, it was hard to work out. I think he was trying to do stuff on Sundays, and this fortunately here isn't open on Sundays. But I think I can make something happen. I finally have my own equipment, and you know, I could probably do something at my place, and because I don't like just having anybody, some random person, come to my house to do a party. I don't want, you know, because now you know my address, and I don't know who you are. I don't know if I trust you. So, but like with Scotty, like he's good people. So yeah, definitely we're gonna have to find a way to make that happen. Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really dope show, man. I think.
What are you bringing to the table? Come on,
what
man.
What am I bringing to the table, man? Shoot, I'm gonna be doing 5 songs off my newly released EP, Committed.
I better hear some classics.
Yeah, no, you know we're gonna do Paper.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Paper is the first one we're gonna open up with. My brother might come up on stage with me to be my hype man for just that one song. He's been wanting. He comes.
Bring him up there.
He comes to every show. He's like, "Yo, man, like." I really want.
What's your brother's name?
Anif.
Yeah. Anif? Yeah. I'm gonna bring him up. Let me do it.
He used to tell him drums. Yeah.
Be like, he's not allowed. Just tell him. Be like, yo, they said you can't come up. I'm just gonna do my thing. Make him believe he's not. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna bring him up. I'm just gonna be like, yo, get up here.
Hype.
And he's gonna be like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah, that's gonna be great. But what I'm really looking forward to in my performance, I'm gonna be doing a song I've never done live before. It's called Gone. And it's got like kind of like that rock vibe to it. Okay. It's like a breakup song, but it's like it goes hard still. You know what I mean? And so it's got that rock vibe. And so
Does it have like an electric guitar in the beat or something?
Yes. Yeah. Guitar, drums, bass. Yeah. I produced that one myself, and my engineer made the drum beat for it. So
sweet.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with that one. I'm gonna be looking real crazy with that song. So I can't wait to do that one. I love doing songs I've never done live before.
I'm gonna be pretty drunk at that point too. So
yeah. So
we're gonna be turning up. We're gonna be going wild.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be dope, man. I want to ask you one more question before you go. Have you ever messed up DJing because you drank too much?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of ask you. I was just like,
all right.
That's why I don't drink before I perform, man. I'll have like one beer. That's it. I can't. Yeah.
And it's more not
shaking your head like, I've seen it all.
It's not really because I'm drunk. It's more because I get too high. So like if I smoke enough weed, that will make me forget. But when I'm drunk, I'm usually on cue. Like
it flows more. Whereas when you're high,
I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Like at the Halloween party, I was gone, but I was still DJing. I guess I kicked a speaker over or something like that. But anyways, when sometimes I get so messed up where like I'll throw the effect on where it like high pitches so I could transfer the next song.
Yeah.
But then one time I kept it there and like there was a lot of people and I was like, oh, like what's going on? Why isn't it working?
Yeah.
And now I look stupid. So I put the other song back on. I couldn't figure it out. And then like 10 minutes later I was like, shit.
Yeah. Like,
I made it seem like everything was broken and I was like, we're good. I fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like little things like that. But yeah, I've definitely gotten drunk to the point where I'm like, what the hell did I do wrong?
Yeah. I don't know how I've never asked you that question, man.
I fell on stage actually with Logic.
Oh my God.
I fell when I was opening for Logic, bro. I tripped on a wire and it's on YouTube and I just
that's
bang,
hilarious.
Right on my back in front of everyone. And I was still rapping on the stage. I was just like, I was looking up, still rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even care.
Dang, man. Yeah, knock on wood, I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to brag. I've never fucked up on stage.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, and I know one day it's going to happen because I've done a shit ton of shows in my life and never have I fucked up.
The worst part about it's going to happen when it means the most, too. That's what's going to happen.
Probably, open up for like, my dream artist, artists I've always messed with. Yeah,
that's when it happens, man, because you're just like, you're starstruck, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be, but you are. You're like, damn, I'm finally here. And then it happens.
Yeah,
but when it does, it's like, you just kind of catch yourself. You tell people, like, I fucked up. Yeah. Like, just tell them. Oh, well.
As long as you bounce back from it.
Yeah, and they love it.
Do it, come back like, you didn't even mess up. Like, okay. Yeah,
don't run off stage or anything. Just keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, that's really all you gotta do to bounce back from it.
You never, like, messed up on lyrics or anything?
Never.
Oh, man. That's good.
That's why I don't drink before I go up on stage. I don't drink or smoke, nothing. Because it's worked so far, and I'm afraid of, like, having this too many drinks and, messing up on stage. So, and another reason why I do is because, like I don't like smoking before stage because it's the cotton mouth.
Yeah.
I just I just need more water.
I have that all the time.
Yeah. So and now I'm singing more. Like when you're rapping, like it's okay. Like you can have like a little raspiness and whatnot. But when you're singing, like you got the voice gotta be clear. So like,
have you ever brought honey when you perform?
No, but I think I should probably do that. Yeah.
I used to bring honey all the time, but then when I started DJing, I didn't. But if I see honey, I'll have some before every show.
Yeah.
Dude, you won't get that dry feeling ever in your mouth.
Yeah.
During your whole set, just one spoonful of honey, mix it around your mouth and swallow it. You're good.
All right, well, I guess I'm having some honey.
And it'll help your throat.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, that's the way to go, man. Awesome. All right, Dugas. I'm really happy I had you on the show, man. We're out of time. I know me and you could chop it up for that long. Yeah. We could have a 3-hour episode probably if we wanted to, man.
Yeah.
Yo, plug your shit, man. Where can the people follow you? What apps, man?
All right, man. So I got to go first with TikTok.
Yes.
I just switched the name. It's official Dugas. You can do Instagram, Snapchat at I'm Dugas, the letter I, the letter M, Dugas. Mm-hmm. You can find me on MySpace, Christian Mingles, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean that's basically where I want to be followed at, is those three. Facebook I kind of fell off of, but yeah.
Yeah, Facebook isn't like that crazy. Like, I mean, I think it's just more like TikTok, Instagram, maybe Twitter. Depends on how good your tweets are.
I actually got permanently banned from Twitter, so I gave up on Twitter.
Yeah, so never mind Twitter.
We ain't gonna go to Twitter.
No Twitter. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're listening, you got TikTok, follow me up, official Dugas. I need y'all to follow me on that.
Yeah. Focus on the TikTok, y'all. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for being on the show, dog.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
glad to be here, dog.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 52 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for the high quality sounds once again. Make sure y'all come to the show Black Friday at the Middle East upstairs, man. Scotty Pope is going to be headlining that shit. I'll be there as well, man. We got everybody there, Connor G, Kid Apollo, I-Ty, man. It's about to be crazy, all right? Until next time, y'all. Peace.